Hi, I'm Cindy Wilson, and welcome to Home Sweet Home Craft Room Creations. In today's video, I'm going to take on a few projects that I've been meaning to try for a while but just haven't gotten around to. And hopefully, things will go well, but I'll tell you right now, not all of them did. So if this might interest you, grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab something to drink, sit back, relax, and let's do this. First project is a simple wooden lantern. I've seen I don't know how many times other people doing them. Starting with 2 planks of wood that I cut down to 5 by 5, and then a smaller piece for the top of 3.5 by 3.5. Then it was just a matter of attaching some wooden square dowels, connecting a little hot glue, a little Gorilla permanent glue gel, and a little bit of stain. And stick around and just watch how she turned out. The second project is a wooden tray that I wanted to try, and it's a good thing, bad thing. I don't know if I would try this one again or not. Maybe if the weather was warmer outside, you'll understand a little bit on why I'm saying that. It's called ammonium chloride, which you use, and you mix it with something called thicket. It's basically cornstarch, a bit of water, and you come up with a gel that you apply onto a stencil that you apply onto your wood, and with the help of a heat gun you can actually scorch the wood into looking like the image is branded into the wood. Everything was okay, fine to a certain extent. The only problem is I think the gel leaked under the stencil, so as I was heating it, things started to spread. Part of it looked good, another part of it looked bad. I ended up changing the whole thing in the end anyway. But take a look here, see what you think yourself. I think the final product is okay, but I definitely want to try the wood burning again. And next time, either make the gel a little thicker, and as well not doing it outside when it's so cold outside. I don't think that helped any at all either. It took forever for the scorch effect to happen. I applied the gel lightly the way everybody and anybody has said to on the videos that I've watched regarding this kind of thing. And I don't think I did it overly excessively, so I'm not quite sure how the bleeding underneath the vinyl stencil happened, but it happened by the looks of it. And I don't know. I probably will try this again. But it may, who knows, maybe it was the wood, maybe it was the grain of the wood. Like, I'll have to try a couple of different factors and changing it the next time I try it. So basically just letting it dry, peel the stencil, taking it outside, getting out the heat gun, and this is where I basically froze. It was, I think, -5 degrees outside at the time when I did this, and I was praying with every ounce of me that the image would start to show up a little bit faster. and I could hardly wait for it to get going. So I just showed you quickly here that yes, it does work, and you have to really be persistent with it to get it to work. So yeah, it was not bad on the Wilson Estates parts, but the winery and bistro is a total bust. It bled on the second, excuse me, on the second piece that I did a lot better, and I think the grain was tighter or closer together on the smaller piece, and I think that's what saved me. And unfortunately, because of the way the stencil turned out, I opted to paint the tray itself, or the cutting board itself, just a solid black with black chalk paint, and grabbed a stencil and redid the Wilson Estates logo that I had created, changing it ever so slightly just to make it a little easier. The wine glass was absolutely horrible to stencil on the other piece. And so, yeah, just a straight grapes, I believe I used. Yep, you'll see it in a second. That worked out okay, I suppose. But the bottom line is the disappointment is there. I did really want the branded look on the solid wood, and I didn't quite get what I wanted. This is kind of like a consolation prize, I guess you could call it. And definitely going to, in the future, try to do it again on the wood with the branding effect, with the ammonium chloride, and crossing my fingers that by maybe sanding it first and making the surface a little smoother, that will help with the bleeding, and I won't have that problem again on the second time. So yeah, second time around, after all said and done, I still didn't like it. And so out came the sandpaper, and it was time to distress this thing, and I was just kind of grasping at what to do with it, because I really wasn't happy with just having the painted image. I could have done this in the beginning if that's what I wanted. So yeah, just a really coarse sandpaper, and just really roughed it up as much as possible to make it look old and decaying and rotting and out of the back of, I don't know, somebody's dumpster for all I know. And yeah, then with a set of handles on top of it, that hopefully helped it look a little bit better. Really not in love with this piece. I like it, yes, but it's not what I wanted, so of course I'm not 100% in love with it. But yeah, live and learn, I guess, and learn from your mistakes, and definitely trying this one for sure again. I really love the whole concept of doing it, and I want it, and that's all there is to it. And just to give the second cutting board just a little something extra, more so than just the branding, which really did turn out well. So yes, I know it's possible, and yes, it can look good. I grabbed a little painter's tape and sectioned off the top and bottom of the cutting board and gave it a staining. And then after the stain had dried, I took a chocolate acrylic paint, relayed down some painter's tape again in a thin band, and darkened the edge top and bottom, and I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. And just an FYI, because of the stain that I applied, I know I only did it on the one side. This makes the cutting board no longer food grade safe. So this is typical, oops, I should have thought it through a little bit better, but I didn't. But so yeah, it's just strictly a decorative piece now. It cannot be used for food grade purposes anymore. I definitely love this second cutting board much better, even though it's just decorative now and can't be used for anything else. But let me know what you think. I would definitely do this one again, that's for sure, but I'm going to have to figure out some way to put a staining effect on it with it being food grade safe, and then instead of just having something that I can't use anymore. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Come back and watch another one. Check out one of the playlists at the end. Whatever you choose, be great. I appreciate the support. And yes, if you do like it, this video does go to other people and YouTube will circulate it a little bit better. No likes means it sits in the bottom of a barrel, I think, someplace where nobody ever sees it except me or people that I hand it off to directly. But thanks for being here for today, and I'm hoping to do some more projects in the future with things that I've seen other people do that I really need to try. And hopefully you're there and go along with me for the ride and check it out. Have a great day.